Welcome back to the Black Ice. Now it's good to be back. I've been away for a little bit. I've been busy. I haven't even played the beta. I haven't really watched any EA videos. What I'm saying is I'm about to watch that video with you, give you the reaction video you need and you deserve, because we look at it from a goalie's perspective. We enjoy what the skaters can do, but let's face it, hardest job out there is the job of a goalie. Now, I didn't hate 22. I actually liked the game as a skater. The game as a skater was a great team game. The attributes and the traits were very overpowering, but we enjoyed the game as a skater. What we didn't enjoy was the game as a goalie, because they built the new skater system and then threw the goalies in that and said, let's see what happens. I'm telling you, that's what they did, because there was nothing you could do to combat most of the nonsense. And it wasn't like old games where it was trickle-in nonsense. No, it was legit shots, but you're like, listen, I'm there. I'm right there. I should be able to stop it. So we're going to see what lies they're going to tell us for new 22. We're going to look it over. You're going to let me know what you think. You've already seen. I'm late to the party. There's going to be more videos, but I'm late to the party. But still, get our reaction. We go in. We're getting ready for the release. We're going to have some fun. It's good to be back.
Welcome to the EA Sports NHL 23 Gameplay Deep Dive. We're excited to show you some all-new features like last chance puck movement, real-time strategies, X-Factor updates, and more. Last Chance Puck Movement is a new series of Desperation gameplay animations that add an extra layer of authenticity and excitement to the game. Now, if you receive any level of contact, from light bumps to heavy shoves, you'll still be able to react. Previously, when this happened, there was a loss of offensive player control to reward defense.
Okay, let's stop it right there. For the fact that when players were about to get hit in this game, if they shot, it was an automatic rocket shot and it went in. So I don't know if that is a good or a bad thing, to tell you the truth, because players usually got a really good shot when they were being bumped. That looks like it was computerized players. Human players, when you got hit and you were taking a shot, it went in. So okay, we'll see how that works.
But that never really felt authentic and mostly impeded the action. We wanted to fix that to keep the flow of the game moving and create more dynamic and unique plays. We've also added a new mechanic.
That's an interesting way.
You shot the puck pass while skating towards a loose puck. You'll be able to make a diving desperation attack.
Okay. Let's go back. All right. So right here, my man got hit, fell forward, and a desperation shot gets that kind of shot towards the
skating towards a loose puck.
That's going to be kind of weird.
Make a diving
that animation
desperation attempt at the puck.
For that purpose, it's a good thing to add to the game, to be able to hit the puck away from people as they're coming, but not to take shots. That doesn't happen very frequently, and you usually don't get a full-on shot straight to the net. So, okay.
To make all these new desperation animations feel authentic, we focused on replicating real-world examples seen in the NHL.
Yes, but it's usually not
started
accurate.
As a small set of 25 animations.
Okay, all the animations is fine. You could be able to get a shot off, but the shots are usually not accurate. They're not hitting a corner. And I think that's what EA usually has a problem with, realizing that you can do certain things, but then not allow people to then hit shots in the corner. So I'm fine with the animations, but realize it's just to get it on net, not for it to go in the upper left or right corner.
Expanded to the over 500 you'll find in the game. It's also important for us to ensure the feature is balanced.
That was cool.
So we added these moves in defensive situations.
That was cool. For the defenseman to be able to do it while falling, that was cool. I'm not sure the defender would have done it with no one around them, though, but that was cool.
Well, and if a defensive player is in a good position, those desperation plays can be easily countered.
Okay, so
to
adding that helps,
we try to keep you on your
shouldn't
feet
be able
as much
to just
as possible
do it random
before resorting to these more
see what I mean right there?
And unideal shots.
Okay, you see what I mean right there? That shot right there should not. if you're coming out of a bump and your momentum is taking you forward, you usually don't roof the puck from distance. If you're close, yeah, you can do it because you don't have to get power on the shot, but you usually don't score or roof it from distance. And that's where EA has gotten it wrong. They understand the concept, but not execution. So it's one or the other. You usually don't get both.
Strategies. To help give you more control over the action, we've updated our strategies
Yeah,
across
this
the
doesn't
board.
matter to me
We've added 2 new strategies to NHL 23.
I don't
the first
play,
being the
with the
1-3-1 power play,
computers
and on the
or
penalty
stuff
kill,
like that.
we've
So
added the 1-1-2.
irrelevant, but if
you
it
might
works for you,
know
it works
is
for you.
triangle +1 or wedge +1. It serves as a good counter to the 1-3-1. We've also added the ability to rearrange the player positions before and after the face-off.
You know what? That's good.
Your ability
I
to
like
set up
that
plays.
aspect of it because
Plus,
when you
you
play
can-
by yourself, you're like, yo, I just want to be able to someone else take the face off so I can get this guy who's a left hand on this side so I get a better shot. So yes, you know what? That works for me too.
Now assign 3 different roles on the power play: distributor, finisher, and puck carrier. The AI will know who to distribute the puck to based on their role, position, situation,
That's good.
and
Smarter
X-factor
AIs.
tendencies.
Smarter
We also
AIs.
added
I
a new
like
feature
that.
this year called Assisted Strategies. These will pop up in-game and let you know when there's an opportunity for your strategy to shift on the fly and give you a better chance to either get back into or finish the game. X Factors
cool.
are our most significant in-game abilities.
X
And this
Factors
year,
are
we've added
annoying.
a pair of new ones and updated the existing.
X Factors, they're about to piss me off because they love them some X Factors and these things were OP. But again, they were great for skaters. I'm saying this as a goalie. I'm biased because I am. Because the X Factors for goalies didn't work. So
Suite. The 2 new X Factors are Trevor Zegras' Skilled Up, which lets you recreate his viral flip pass over the net, and Sarah Nurse's
do you know how
Relentless,
many that
which increase-
Trevor Zegras passed from behind it? Do you know how many times that's going to be spammed and used? People did that without that perk. Without that attribute, people were doing that from behind the net last year.
This is your ability to shoot and pass while off balance. We've also been working on retaining and balancing the existing abilities and improving the underutilized ones and how they line up with the more popular ones. AI.
Okay.
This year, we focused on updating our AI's goaltending and teammate awareness abilities.
Let's go back. Let's go back. This is huge. You don't understand how huge this is.
This year, we focused on
Look at this, all right? So I just noticed it in the video very quickly. You're out of position here. In the game, there is, I don't know how they're going to execute this when a human is controlling the goalie. But this push, I used to have to manually do this push because it didn't make sense. I recognized the pass was made, but my guy couldn't stop his momentum. Now, look how much the guy stops his momentum here, and look how much he pushes.
updating our AI's
Bang.
goaltending and
Do you
teammate
see
awareness
this?
abilities.
The stop
AI
and the
goalies
push.
will now have access to more tools.
Huge. That is huge, right? And with that concept, it means now they're giving computer goalies more of the idea of what they should be in real life. So it now means they're letting the computer play like it used to in older games. In these newer games, you had to do everything yourself, but then you couldn't control the goalie's extremities. So doing everything yourself didn't help you. It hurt you because then the goalie didn't position itself expecting the save or expecting to move the glove. So this is huge.
Than ever, with over 300 new save animations that were previously
Wow.
only available to human goalies. Adding more offense.
Okay, so the computer goalies can now do desperation saves in a timely manner. I don't care about the computer goalies, but still, the fact that it's in the game means if you're not pressing the button or moving your guy as much, the computer will then take over and do it for you. Whereas the last 3 years, they've moved away from it because they wanted people to score more, but because they added the traits, people can't score more. So they're adding back the computer being able to do what the computer's supposed to do, but not completely dominated by a human. Gotcha.
Authenticity to their role. We also address the fundamentals.
Do you know how many times that shot went in?
Intelligence.
Do you know how many times that mid shot went in on any goalie? This shot right here.
We also address
right there. Do you know how hard it was to save that animation right there? Because the goalie never put their glove in this position to save that shot. They would always do that little hand thing, and it would go under, or above, or through. It was just weird. But the fact that they saw where it was going, and he tucked his glove there and moved his body while having the glove tucked. That's huge. That's big. That's big. Okay.
Fundamentals, like improving goalie intelligence and ensuring we're rewarding proper positioning and puck tracking.
Both of those saves were something that wasn't in the game it was sporadically in the game. Both saves were in the middle of the net. The game was designed only really to try to help you low or high. The middle sections, there was no answer for the middle section when it comes to goalies. So both saves that they're showing you here shows the goalie tucking his glove in where he thinks it's going to be. So it's a steady position. The goalie tucks his glove in, and then the next save actually has him going straight out to the right rather than up or down. There was always a late reaction here. And when you're playing, you're like, why didn't he move his stupid glove? But then you would see the animation that makes him go up rather than just straight over. So both of those things are significant.
Address the fundamentals, like improving goalie intelligence and ensuring we're rewarding proper positioning and puck tracking.
Whoa. So they said they're rewarding proper positioning and puck tracking. Okay. So that means vision, huge this year. Vision, huge. Because if they're rewarding both of those things, vision is going to actually come into play this year. All of which I'm happy about. Like I said, I paused this way more for the goalie attributes of it because that's what's important to me. And it seems like they're giving goalies this year a way to compete with all the nonsense that they gave the skaters last year. I like it.
And in an update to AI skaters, they'll now gesture to indicate when a player is open and which player is most dangerous
that's actually
when on
pretty
the defensive
cool.
side.
That's actually
They'll
pretty
also
cool.
lift their stick to show when they're taking a line change.
That doesn't matter to me, but that's
more
significant.
authentic on-ice interactions and dynamic gameplay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Based on your feedback on NHL 22, we reworked pass assist, reducing the number of times you'll feel like you're completely off target, specifically on powered and out-of-vision passing. And to balance that, we're improving the ability to intercept or disrupt those passes if you're well positioned.
Oh, that is huge. And it's not just huge for goalies, it's huge for defenders, because when those passes are coming, if you are that close to the defender, see how number 5 is this close to the forward, the defender is this close to the forward? These passes almost automatically get through. It doesn't matter if he's turned around. These almost automatically get through. So the fact that he can be able to pick this off with either his skate or his stick is significant.
The offensive player will still be able to pass the puck behind the defender if they're positioned well.
Oh,
The defenders
okay.
won't act like
Okay. So here you go. Both of these are significant. Right? Why? Because the game is now vision and body positioning seems to be a focus in this game. Because
disrupt those passes.
you should
if
be
you're
able
well
to pick this off because you're facing it. You should be able to pick this up because you're facing it. You're seeing the pass being made. If you have the hands to do it and the attributes to do it, you should be able to pick this off.
But the offensive player will still be able to pass the puck.
Okay, now this is allowed. This should still be possible to make that pass because he is not facing. Who is he guarding? This guy to cut across the middle. So if he's guarding this guy to cut across the middle, a pass behind him should go through. So body positioning and just intelligence playing a much better role in defense in general. Now, if I'm in net and I see this guy streaking, I can overplay this guy a little bit. A, because it's on his backhand, and B, because I see he's not turned around. So it takes the thoughts and the intelligence of playing goalie that used to be a thing in goalie. It puts it back in because now you're not being randomly this guy will hold this puck back here and shoot a laser shot. I mean, he might still be able to shoot a laser shot. I don't know. But shoot a laser shot from out here backhand and still beat you if you're not perfectly covering the post.
Behind the defender if they're positioned well, so
I'm
the
okay
defenders
with that.
won't act like a brick
That pass
wall.
was a little too
We've
fast,
also
but
heard
maybe
your
they sped
feedback
that up.
around poke checks. So we reduced player movement speed while in the defensive skill stick and decreased the effectiveness of poke checks when chasing or in a poor position. In addition, we increased puck carrier speed to create more separation between players and ensure that the fastest skaters in the league act like it.
Okay, so now everybody's going to be the fastest skater in the league because A, being fast was huge in all of the games, but now they're actually slowing down defensemen for making just random poke checks. And I agree with it because sometimes defensemen will just, you would actually hold your poke check out to go faster in this game. So now that you're being punished for it, you can't just hold poke check in order and expect to skate the same way. So I'm for this, but man, speed builds are going to kill in this game if that's the case. Defensemen are going to be, you have to, I can already tell you spend more money on the defenseman all day, every day than every other position on the ice. Because now you got to be smart. You got to be smart to play defense with all this stuff they added. So I liked it. I liked what we just went through. I liked what we just saw. They added an element to goalies that hasn't been in the game ever, simply because in the old games, everybody shot high, right? And everybody shot high. So the goalie animations, goalie going high, going low, it all made sense. But then as they evolved the skaters' ability to pick where they want to shoot and the ability to tuck shots in low, they never gave the goalies any which way to combat that because the animations weren't in our control. So now it seems like they're adding better animation. Listen, I'll see it when I see it. And if you played the beta, you'd be better equipped to answer these questions. But I know I've played every beta that's ever come out, and it hasn't been true to form. It's been terrible, actually. So we don't actually know if the game is going to be what the beta is. They usually dumb it down so people can score and everybody could get their rocks off. But based on what they've added for goalies, especially, and the game in general seem to be the diving shots and all that, it might get out of control. But based on what they've added, you know how we love goalies around here. Based on what they've added, it seems like it's going to add more element to the computer aspect of goalies than coming back into play, rather than me having to be in perfect positioning all the time in order to cover a shot that I'm there for. My extremities are going to actually matter now. We'll see. We don't know. But this is Black Ice. More videos to come. Remember to subscribe and all that. If you made it this far in the video, just subscribe. We're going to have some good stuff coming this year because I've decided I'm going to add more content. People always asking me questions in Discords and just regular messages. And if I just added the content, people wouldn't have to ask the questions as much. And I'm usually the only person that figures out most things to do with goalies, what matters and what don't. And then people act like, but you guys know. You see the video. You know what's going on. So next time, see ya.